So recently I was asked to do a video on the Blessed Mother and my thoughts on devotions to the Blessed Mother. And I've been thinking about this. I wasn't sure the best way to approach it because I wouldn't say my knowledge is particularly complete about Our Lady. I've had a lot of questions about the Church's teaching on Our Lady for a while, which I'm growing in and trying to understand better and giving the assent of faith and just making sure that I trust the teachings of the Church. I think I'm more or less okay about it. So the main thing was the idea of the Immaculate Conception. So I was wondering why God wouldn't just give like such a grace to everybody, just make everybody born without original sin. And then I guess the answer to that would be because God did not see it fitting to do so. Whether that be, by extension of God's justice or, for whatever reason, it's probably just something that's more so something that needs to be accepted as part of revelation rather than something that I could reason about. So it's a humbling thing as well, just realizing that not everything is going to be accessible to the human mind, right? That we really do need supernatural revelation to understand or to have the faith to accept these teachings. But I've certainly, especially for the past couple of years, I've always had a strong desire to pray the Holy Rosary, or at least to persevere to pray the Holy Rosary. I believe it's extremely important. So I started out kind of trying to make sure that I'm praying like a decade of the Rosary every day, and that was good sometimes, and then it would kind of dwindle, and then eventually I started adding increments to it, right? Doing like 2 decades, or eventually 3 and 4, and then doing a whole Rosary every day. But then I would, slowly just be like, well, maybe I won't do it today. And then, or, today I have an assignment due and I won't do it today. And then, every day became never. So, but then I started doing something where I would pray like 54-day novenas. So I do have a couple of those under my belt at this point. And then more recently, once again, I've been doing 54-day novenas where you say 3 rosaries a day. So making that commitment and just like having having like these intentions that you like really want to bring before the Blessed Mother, that she may bring those intentions to our Lord, it's a good way to like motivate yourself to actually pray the Rosary every day. And also I feel like the messages of Mary's apparitions are very important, like the message of Fatima, Akita, Good Success, La Salette. I learned a lot about Fatima. I've always been like fascinated with Fatima, but I didn't quite know the details of the message or even like how it applied to today. I always assumed that like I knew there was like something about the consecration of Russia, something about like something eschatological, something to do with Saint Michael and battles and things like that. But watching Taylor Marshall helped me to understand kind of how it really applies to what we're going through in the Church today, and the idea of the controversy of the third secret, which you can then look at the other Marian apparitions like Akita, Good Success, and just really see how strong Our Lady's message is and how consistent and complete it is, and how well it applies to today, right? And the message kind of boils down to pray the Rosary every day. So another reason to really integrate that into your daily life, into your prayer. So yeah, I guess just kind of like integrating that prayer and gaining that knowledge about Our Lady is the most important thing for me. I'm not too worried about completely understanding everything at this point. You know, I'm not particularly good at saying the Rosary. I need to practice and focus more on the mysteries. That's something that I actually struggle with quite a lot, being able to understand, or rather to meditate upon the mysteries of the Rosary. I usually just kind of like say the Rosary while I'm walking or something. And then if I just sit down to do it, I'm not as focused as I should be. So it's a struggle, you know, but like certainly Our Lady appreciates those prayers, and our Lord hears those prayers. So, you know, I guess I would just say persevere in your prayer. Pray the Rosary every day. You know, like Taylor Marshall says, if you're not praying the Rosary every day, you're not on the team. So pray the Rosary every day. Especially now, you know, pray for the Amazon Synod. We really are, you know, part of the message of, I think it's either Fatima or one of the other ones I mentioned. You will see bishops against bishops, right? Which is certainly something that's been happening subtly for a while, and you know, who knows what will happen in the Amazon Synod. It could be much a much stronger issue soon. So really make sure you're praying the Rosary every day in this time. And as Our Lady said, her Immaculate Heart will triumph in the end. So thanks be to God for that. You know, there's no reason to deny that. You know, Our Lady said so, and if Our Lady says she's gonna win, then she's gonna win. So thanks be to God for that. We need to persevere in prayer nonetheless, because it certainly doesn't look good. You know, we need to have that faith that the will of God will prevail, and that the truth will have like the prime place once again. So yeah, pray the Rosary, and I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. God bless.